right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Uh, First of all, I want to check up on something. Um, Anytime somebody would say like and subscribe, both icons would light up. I just want to see if that actually happens. In case you have not subscribed yet. So let's see. Let's test out something. Yeah, like, subscribe, like, subscribe, 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 subscribe. Anyway, yeah, episode 465. Now, last week, I said that Jet Li was coming back to the movie review series. He's gonna fight himself. I think I said that. I don't know. I don't remember what I said. But yeah, to finish out the month, yeah, Jet Li is looking to be the one. Yeah, 2001. Yeah, Jet Li, Delroy Lindo, Carla Gugino. Oh, God. Let me tell you something about Carla Gugino. Man, she is indeed one of the most beautiful, one of the most sexiest women in Hollywood. And yeah, that's my God's eyes opinion. Yeah, anyway, yeah. And Jason Statham in this movie, back when he actually had hair. Jason Statham with a full head of hair. Well, with the receding line, but still, full head of hair. Jason Statham in this movie. Pre-transporter. you know. But yeah, this movie though, very unique movie very unique movie, but at the same time, if you're familiar with Highlander, it's a very familiar movie, you know. But yeah, I'll tell you something, man. You know, the way things going on with the Marvel movies, with the multiverse saga, and with the show Loki, you know, and everything that's going on there, we're dealing with certain variants in the multiverse. So yeah, what they did with this movie, yeah, they did like you know, basically you got Jet Li going around taking out every single person that is him, and then he fights. He taking out every single person that is him, but a different form of him. And yeah, after that, he captured their energy essence. So yeah, he's capturing their essence. So he can become faster, stronger, smarter, and eventually once he get them all, he'll become the one. He become this whole mythical being known as the one. So yeah, with all of that being said, yeah, it's pretty much like Highlander, I mean, yeah, every single immortal fighting each other until one immortal stands tall, and they will have all the power of all the immortals, and they will have control of humanity, basically. So yeah, in a way, this is an alternate Highlander sequel. I don't want to put it like that, but yeah, in a way, it kind of is. They took the concept of Highlander and then they spread it to this whole multiverse thing. Like I said, it's familiar, but it's unique at the same time. So yeah, you know. But it's cool to see Jet Li fight Jet Li since Jet Li beat up everybody in the in his previous films. You know, from the Hong Kong from his early Hong Kong films, and lead up to Lethal Weapon, and then he did the action star rapper trend, and then yeah, you got this uniquely familiar concept going on here. So yeah, I'll tell you though, yeah, seeing Jet Li fight Jet Li and seeing two different styles in compare and contrast, two different styles, you know, Jet Li's evil character, Law. Yeah, that's the thing too. Every single character that Jet Li played has the word law in his name. So yeah, with the main bad guy, his character Law, he got the style. He utilizes the style of Xingyiquan, while his hero character Gabe Law, he utilized the style of Baguazhang. Baguazhang. So yeah. Once those two styles interact with each other, yeah, you see a huge difference. And yeah, when Gabe took out Law using the Baguazhang, yeah, yeah, you saw the and once he utilized that style, but with his more superpowered self, yeah, you see the spectacle behind it. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, the fight scenes in this movie, yeah, Jet Li, you playing a superpowered character, pretty much self, pretty much a one-man matrix. Funny thing is, besides, instead of doing this movie, he could have done Matrix Reloaded when he could have played Seraph, but he couldn't do Matrix Reloaded. He couldn't play Seraph in Matrix Reloaded. That was the original plan. They wanted him in Matrix Reloaded to play Seraph, but unfortunately, he was scheduled to do this movie. Unfortunately or fortunately, depends on how you see it. But yeah, he was scheduled to do this movie instead, where he played like a one-man Matrix type character. So yeah, I tell you, man, yeah. And yeah, the movie is called The One, and Neo, he is known as The One. So, and this movie came out in 2001. Why is the number one is is the key factor in this whole thing. But yeah, with all of that, Matrix Reloaded came out in 2002. This movie came out in 2001. Neo, he is the one, but Jet Li, he's looking to become the one. I mean, yeah. I don't know if you're ever going to get Jet Li versus Keanu Reeves nowadays. Jet Li's not exactly in the best of health, and Keanu Reeves is his age starting to catch up to him finally. Even though there might be a John Wick 5, is Keanu's knees going to hold up on him. So yeah, we don't know if we're going to get these guys together finally, but hey, we got the dude that plays Seraph, the closest thing to Jet Li, because he worked with Jet Li very closely. So yeah, we pretty much got, in a way, we got a variant of Jet Li taking on Neo in that one scene. So yeah, anyway, anyway, this movie, yeah, like I said, this movie is very unique, but it's very familiar also. And yeah, seeing two styles of kung fu clash against each other and being practiced by by one of the masters, you know, at the same time, you know, it is very cool to see. This is a cool ass movie though. Yeah. And like I said, man, Carla Gugino in this movie, man. Damn. Oh, God. Yeah. That's my own beating heart, man. I tell you. Yeah. Seeing her as different variants, I don't know, man. It just gets hotter and hotter. Carla Gugino. God damn. If you've seen a picture of her, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I mean, Delroy Lindo being as cool as he always is, that low southern voice of his, him being as cool as he always is, and then you got Jason Statham in his much earlier roles, we don't know about him being the badass martial artist that we know him as, Speaking of Statham, yeah, his new movie is I think it's out now, A Working Man. So yeah, y'all check that shit out. So yeah, of course Statham and Lee, they're going to work together in the Expendables films also. But yeah, so yeah, I tell you, this movie though, yeah, a cool ass movie to check out, cool ass movie to watch. This cool ass fight scene, two superpower Jet Lis going at it, two different kung fu styles. So yeah, I tell you, man, this movie, 100%. This movie is straight up fire, 100%. 5 out of 5. Yeah, I'm giving that high score. Straight up 5 out of 5. The ending. I want to talk about the ending also. The ending of the movie. Once Yulaw got captured and sent to the Hades universe, and he's sent to this prison that looks like a combination of the real world in the Matrix films, and here you go, the Matrix again. Real world in the Matrix films, and what the future was depicted in the Terminator films. With the combination of that entire nightmare, you got, Yulaw, he shows up at the prison, and yeah, the old inmates, yeah, fresh fish, he's got a pretty mouth. Yeah, Yulaw, he sound like a Shaw Brothers kung fu film. Yeah, I am Yulaw. I'm nobody's bitch. You are mine. I don't need to know you. You only need to know me. I'll be the one. He just whoops everybody's ass while Papa Roach is playing. Yeah, taking everybody to the last resort, man. I tell you. Yeah, whooping everybody's ass. Yeah, he's going to be on top of that hill, fighting off those big boys for a very long time. I tell you, man. Yeah, he's nobody's bitch. They are his. Yeah, that's a hell of an ending. I tell you that. Stand up on top of the hill, fighting off those big boys. Yeah, straight up 5 out of 5, man. Some real good Jet Li action. And yeah, later on, I will talk about Kiss of the Dragon, so you keep it locked. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week. Next week, man, next week, gonna have some fun going back into the 80s, where two nerdy ass friends is going to build themselves their own girlfriend, an AI girlfriend, not the type of AI girlfriends that people be building themselves nowadays, but an AI girlfriend in reality form. I'll talk about that later next week. So yeah, you keep it locked right here for that. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. In the meantime, in between time, Jack, I will be the one. And this show is off.